Viewers, you're welcome to Koya Branch. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and share so that anytime I download new videos, you will be notified. In this episode, I'm going to share information concerning animal nutrition and feeding. Nutrition. The term nutrition refers to the process by which animals eat and utilize food to live. Giving animals with proper nutrition increases feed efficiency and the rate of gain. In animal or livestock production, nutrition usually covers three quarters or more of the expenses associated with livestock production. So, therefore, as a livestock or animal farmer, it is very important to plan a feeding program for optimal production on a least cost basis. Feed needs to be balanced economically and blended in the most efficient manner. A nutrient. A nutrient is a substance that is necessary for an organism to live and grow. Nutrients make it possible for animals to carry out life processes. Nutrients for animals are provided in the form of feed stuff. And if I mention feed stuff, include feed and water. These substances provide nourishment essential for the maintenance of life and for growth of an animal. And these are broadly divided into six broad categories. They include water, protein, carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, fats, and lipid. Let us examine these various nutrients and their various sources. Sources. Where does animal get their nutrients from? Animals get their nutrients from plants, such as grasses, forage crops, and legumes. They also get them from plant products such as soya beans, oat bran, rice hulks, and etc. They also get it from sources such as animal products like bone meal, milk, fish meal, and the others. Water as an essential nutrient. Water is necessary for animals to live. Water makes up about 75% of the weight of an animal's body. Animals can live longer without food than they can with water. The basic functions of water include regulation of body functions and the promotion of biochemical processes. This implies that water dissolves and transports chemicals to the cells of the body of an animal via the bloodstream. It is a medium in which all chemical reactions take place in the body. It controls the body temperature through sweating and panting. It moistens and lubricates joints and mucous membranes to allow them to function easily. Water also provides a shock absorbing fluid around the brains to protect it from injury and a whole lot of functions. In fact, water requirement for animals must be twice a day. So the requirement for water for cattle should be twice a day. That of horses, sheep, and any other animal at least twice a day. Now, cattle will require about 45 liters of water a day. That is for beef cattle. And that of the dairy cattle will require water consumption of 70 liters a day. Horses requires up to 50 liters a day. That is twice. And then goats will require water intake of up to 10 liters a day. Pigs must always have access to water up to 20 liters a day. And then poultry animals must have access to water zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.5 liters a day. Carbohydrates as an essential nutrient. Carbohydrates are energy providing foods. Carbohydrates should make up about 75% of an animal diet. Animals need energy for metabolic activity, for physical work, and for the production of meat, milk, and eggs. Types and sources of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are of three types. We have the monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. The monosaccharides are simple sugars, example glucose and fructose. Disaccharides include nutrients, it provides nutrients such as maltose, sucrose, and lactose. And then polysaccharides also produces nutrients such as starch and cellulose. Sources of carbohydrate can be obtained from plants. Example, pasture grasses, plant products such as root crops. Root crops such as cassava, cocoyam, yam, fruits, seeds, and grains. Energy deficiencies out of lack of carbohydrate may result in retarded growth in young animals and a delay in the onset of puberty. It may also lead to a shortened lactation in milking animals and decline in milk production. In mature animals, a marked loss of body weight, especially during late pregnancy and early lactation. Prolonged periods of anestrus lasting several months, which have marked effects on the reproductive performance of breeding hen. Protein as an essential nutrient. Proteins are organic compounds made up of amino acids. Animals need protein for building new cells and tissues, including muscles. They also need protein to produce milk, eggs, wool, hair, and feathers. Protein is also required for body maintenance, that is, the repair and replacement of tissues. It is also required for producing enzymes and hormones in the animal's body. Animals acquire their sources of protein from plants. Example, pasture legumes, cowpeas, and soya beans. They also source protein from animal products such as fish meal, bone meal, and bread meal. These are special meal prepared for as animal feed. Protein deficiency. Protein deficiencies usually accompany energy deficiencies. They are not usually as severe and take the form of one, reduced appetite in young animals, lower feed intake, lack of muscle development, prolonged time to reach maturity. And then in mature animals, there is loss of weight and decrease in milk production. Fats and lipids. Fats and lipids are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. Fats have 2.25% times more energy than carbohydrates. Fats are used to supply energy and store energy. Surplus energy from carbohydrates is converted to fats. This is stored under the skin without the muscle tissues and in the abdominal cavity of an animal. Sources of fat for animals. Fats can be sourced from feeds such as coconut meal and then linseed meal. Vitamins are organic compounds required in the diet in small quantities for healthy growth and development in animals. Groups of vitamins include fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. The fat soluble vitamins include vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K, whilst the water soluble vitamins include vitamin B and vitamin C. Vitamins play a role in the diet of animals or in animal nutrition. Its deficiency in animal diet may promote retarded growth, poor reproduction, skin ailments, hemorrhages or overbreeding, diarrhea, night blindness, rough coat, and muscular problems. But where vitamins is normal, it promotes normal health growth and development. Sources of vitamins. Vitamins are sourced from green pasture grasses, cereal grains, and it is also sourced from sunshine. Example, vitamin D is manufactured in the presence of sunshine in the animal's body. Minerals. Mineral as an essential nutrient to animal promotes healthy growth and development. There are 16 essential mineral elements that are divided into macro and micro elements. Macro elements are those elements that are required in larger quantity, and then the micro elements are the elements that are required in smaller quantity, minute. They all have specific roles in the body of farm animals. Calcium and phosphorus are meant for strong bones and teeth. They are also meant for tougher eggshells in poultry, and they are also meant to prevent milk fever in dairy cattle. Other important essential minerals include sulfur, sodium, magnesium, potassium, and chloride. Sources of minerals. Minerals are sourced from green pasture grasses and forages, legumes, including pasture legumes. They can also be obtained from cereal grains such as corn, rice. They can also be obtained from mineral lakes such as salt lakes or salt blocks. They can be obtained from blood meal, fish meal, and bone meals. Materials for livestock feeds. Materials used in producing livestock feed include crop plants such as cereals, grasses, legumes, root crops, and vegetables. Bagasse and molasses for the processing of sugarcane. Bagasse is the residue left after sugarcane juice has been crushed out from sugarcane, and molasses is the residue after processing sugar from sugarcane. It's a form of liquid, that is molasses. Fish meal from fish. Other sources of material for animal feed include rice bran, rice husk, rice middling in the form of a bran, our own sugarcane, corn husk, groundnut leaves, millet husks, and etc. Wheat middling, wheat brown, oat brown, and then soya bean from the processing of cereals. Prevention and control, and then treatment of malnutrition. Treatment and prevention of malnutrition is beyond the reach of most farmers. Diseases that worsen the effect of malnutrition can be alleviated by appropriate treatment. Example, deworming. If the animals are getting malnourished, you can deworm them, you can resort to deworming, maybe that may be a cause. Severely malnourished animals usually do not survive, even when food again becomes available. So it is wisest to sell or slaughter weaker animals before their condition goes down too much. Malnourished animals should not be forced to be productive. Viewers, this is the conclusion of my episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for viewing and listening. If you have any comment, please leave it at the comment box for further clarification. Stay tuned for further updates. Bye.